I just told them, I think the most important part of first day's practice is that every one of us learned something that we could have done better going in. As a coach, some little form of communication or organization or could have flowed better, some instruction to an assistant coach. Those guys are the same, but players, what you find out is you find out kind of what really know from an assignment level. You really embrace your conditioning level, and to use time properly. Those are the things we have to address. People call installation, a whole new set of offense, defense, kicking tomorrow, but you better install proper things that you didn't do as well as you should today, if that makes sense. We had a good start. There's a lot of balance, which I expected. Offense made some big plays. The defense made some big plays. The best part of our day is that the third period of the day we were able to line up and go full speed teamwork and not bat an eye, which that's a carryover of coaches. That's a carryover of probably more experience than people might think we have, and it was good to see. It was with tempo and it was executed pretty well. It's not football yet, helmets only. Right, so everybody understand that. We'll find out more about the football part next week. Questions?
Coach, I know you got still a few injuries, but from listening to you, talk at media a few weeks ago, it seems to me that you like the depth that you have. I was wondering if you could just tell me about some of those, positions or areas where you feel like you have a lot of depth that could help the team this year.
Yeah, I think it's more fun to talk about the ones that I think we have a lot of competition in depth. I think in the defensive line right now and at linebacker, I see depth. I also see depth we hadn't had in the secondary, so I guess I'm saying defensively. On offense, our offensive line is going to have a competitive circumstance because of some good young players. I think we have added, our offensive staff and Jim Bridge have done a great job recruiting some young people that are competing, so that there's some competitive circumstance there. And then the next one I would say is a running back. Receiver, there's depth, but not yet enough depth that we know exactly what to expect from them. It's a big group. The concerns are when you have running back right now and tight end. Marvin Hubbard is unable to practice. He had to have another surgery, and Mark Gilbert had his surgery, both successful at this point, but we don't know long-term outcomes to this point. And then we have a number of guys that came out here today with limited reps. I counted 9 people, and all of it had something to do from injuries a year ago. I'm ready to leave that injury thing to last year, and hopefully sooner than later we get that situated and work full speed.
Well, when you say Hubbard and Gilbert at surgery, you mean in addition to recent?
Another one.
Okay.
Some circumstances in both of their cases, there were things that you knew likely were going to have to be addressed. The significance of the injury. These are not as major of surgeries as an Achilles or an ACL that Marvin's had. The first surgery with the hip was extensive, and this is more of a cleanup circumstance, but they're not out here. That's the bottom line. So you also, when you get into just don't have a lot of players, period. There's not 150 guys out there on the field. Counting the specialists we probably have well under 100 position players, and you've got to be smart about how you work them, or you're going to have more injuries.
Have you made any position switches from the spring?
Not really anything that's significant, maybe inside, outside, but nothing that's drastic, and certainly nothing that flips someone from one side of the ball to the other.
Is Jacob Monk still an offensive tackle?
Yes.
I saw Edgar Serenord out there. Is he one of those guys that had limited reps?
He has limited reps, but he felt great. He's had a great summer. I think when you're a big man like that, and I think part of it was for Edgar to get this day out of the way. That I can run, I can chase, I can rush the passer. He had a smile on his face at the end, and I knew what that was about. And he will have a significant impact on this team.
Coach, you talked about the depth that you have at running back, and we know Quentin, is great, has the experience, quarterback. So what's the O-line look like up front? You said there's going to be some competition, but I guess what's your confidence in them, and what does it look like to you early on?
Where I'm going to start, where my confidence is in Jack Wallabaugh, who I think is one of the best centers in this league. I feel great there at all. It's just like no different in baseball. You better be strong down the middle. That defensive interior, the center, the linebackers, and then certainly quarterback and back. But it starts with there, but we have experienced guys inside with Julian Santos, Rock Chambers, Zach Baker. That creates competition. I'm really excited about Maurice McIntyre, who's a young player. So they're battling like crazy. Monk and Holman and Traling and Miller. And then the young guys that came in here certainly caught my eye. So it's going to be fun I told our coaches it's like churning, making cream. The more you churn, the cream rises to the top. And we are in a churning mode right now.
What kind of impact did Trooper Taylor have on practice today and the level of
He's an
enthusiasm out
intense
there?
man, and he's going to always go from drill to drill and challenge his guys. I think what you're going to see, if you don't block as a receiver at Duke, you won't play. And Trooper played DB, and he knew what he hated to play against was a receiver. It was a good receiver, but that was harassing him a whole game. I kind of like that.
Saw Mark Tresson was here watching practice. Can you tell me how that all came about?
Yeah, he's just a friend. We're peers. Been in practice a long time. He's never been off to where he could watch how we do things. We kind of both got a dual interest in quarterbacks. So just for fun, it's fun for me to see him.